We were able to agree to terms on a deal with Los Angeles Rams on moving that first overall pick.
When is that ever going to happen
Eagles
again?
get the number 2 overall pick.
Everyone has an opinion. And they all think they're the smartest person in the room.
He's no Dion, but this kid rarely
We could
gets a
market
false
him as
step.
the face of the franchise.
We'd have to move up to get him.
At the end of the day, I gotta trust my instincts. We have an opportunity here. And one hell of a decision to make. We can build on something tonight or take a giant step backwards. One pick can ruin this city's dreams. The right one can save this franchise. Fans loving you one day, next day calling for your job. Experts telling the world how we'll get it wrong based on their mock drafts. These coaches telling me I have to draft this guy. Endless analytics, scouting reports. And all I'm worrying about is, can this kid live up to the hype? We're expected to create and then follow a so-called blueprint. There is no blueprint for any of this. We're not dealing in absolutes, we're dealing in emotions, character, attitudes, elite talents, human nature. Confidence may be the most valuable currency on the table tonight. Without it, nothing else matters. If it feels right, it probably is.
Well, well. I was wondering if I was gonna get this call.
You knew you were going to hear from me today, Jerry.
You're right. Everyone's scrambling to find their prom date. What you got for me?
Maybe nothing. Maybe everything.
Well, show me your cards. Nothing is a sure bet tonight.
Hello, I'm Matt Howitt here at the CFFL Sports Desk. You've got questions, I've got answers. Let's get to it. We now go live to our sideline reporter Matt Howitt with a review of last year's draft. Hello and welcome. I'm here live on the scene where Commissioner Howitt will be selecting golfers' names that will then determine this year's draft order. But first, let's take a look at last year's draft. First up, Kyle Wilson, again with the number 1 pick. Changed his name, kept the dicks, and kept the poor in-season management. Some people never learn. Next up at number 2, Phil Dillon, drafted a pretty good team, but fell short, losing to the champions in the semis. Mitch came in at number 3, drafting Todd Gurley, projected to be a hero, but was a dud throughout the season. Fuck! Drafting in the 4th spot, Brady McCormick had a pretty good team and a pretty good season. He didn't lose in the toilet bowl and won biggest jugs again. Colton went back to the well drafting DeMarco Murray. This year, it played out but fell short and finished 3rd in the season. Drafting 6th, Ty Barbie. He was injury-plagued all season and didn't draft Vincent Jackson. Drafting 7th, Joel Vandervelden came out guns hot, drafting Rob Gronkowski in the 1st round, but got Gronk smashed during the season. This year, Jerry totally redeemed himself. He didn't get pissed on, and he made the playoffs. That's all we can ask for, Jerry. And here's this year's champion, Jeremy Smith, drafting Ezekiel Elliott in the 1st round. You can't go wrong when you draft a Cowboy. Last year's champion, Matt Howitt, drafted 10th, and he went from hero to zero. The only good thing he did all season was draft the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. Too much? Greatest of all time? Drafting 11th was Christian Chivolo. He drafted a pretty good team, but the fantasy gods don't like him as it has taken him 3 years to make a calendar. Drafting last for the 2nd season in a row, Mike Howitt drafted a pretty good team and finished 2nd. Perhaps if he doesn't draft Josh Gordon in the 6th round, he can win this year. I'm Matt Howitt. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the draft. Thanks, Matt. Today we got to sit down with Des Bryant from the Dallas Cowboys, and he reviewed your picks from last year's draft.
Yeah, you know, we're just looking to build on last year. Glad we got rid of Tony. Dak is doing a great job. Now, looking at last year's draft, I see Antonio, Odell, and Julio going in the top 4, and then you got me down here going in the 3rd round. That ain't right. Colton drafted me. That's a good play, but in the 3rd round is where you messed up. I should be going number 1. Zeke should be going number 2, and Dak should be going number 3. That's how you're going to win your league. If you have a top 3 pick, you're going to have a solid year because you're going to get a Cowboy. The key to winning your fantasy football league is having as many Cowboys as you can on your roster. You know, with spring training, I'm feeling good. I feel a lot better than I did last year. I had that injury that kind of plagued me in the first half of the season. But, you know, you saw in the second half I picked it up, and that's what I can do for your team.
Wow, great to have Des Bryant in studio. We now go live to Commissioner Howitt, where he will make the golfer selections that will determine the draft order for this year's draft. I literally can't read. I can't read. Gentlemen, welcome back for year 5 of the Chesimere Fantasy Football League. You know the drill. We're going to draw a golfer's name to determine the order in the draft. In the blue hat, we have our names. And in the red hat, we have the top 12 golfers off Bodog as of August 9th. Tournaments this weekend. Let's find out. First up, Shivolo. His golfer will be Sergio Garcia. Have fun with that one, Shiv. Next up, Jer in the side pocket. His golfer will be Jordan Speed. Top 2 golfers are already gone, Sergio and Jordan. Next up, we got Mitch, Franny Pack Fransman. His golfer will be Kopka. Next up, Jerry. His golfer will be JT Justin Thomas. Next up, Ty Showtime Barbie. His golfer will be Scott Adams. Adam Scott. Next up, Joel Vandervelden. His golfer will be Ricky Fowler, Slick Dick Rick. Matt. His golfer will be, won't be Sergio, it'll be Rory. Last time he had Rory in this, Rory won. Next up, Colton Barbie. His golfer will be, Jason Day. Next up, we've got Mike. His golfer will be Matsuyama. Coming down to the wire here. 3 players remain. Next up is Korn. His golfer will be DJ Dustin Johnson. Last 2, Phil Dylon. His golfer will be John Ram Jr. Last up, Kyle Wilson. He gets Justin Rose. Well, fellas, that's it. You know your golfers. Tournaments this weekend. Good luck. Hut hut.
Woo! 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 Rory! Rory! Rory!
Wow.